Hello you guys. For today's video, I decided to do a weekend vlog. It is currently Saturday and Luke and I are going to go out and run a few errands. We actually have quite a few errands we need to run this weekend. So we're going to do a few today and then the rest tomorrow. The first one being I have some library returns. So since we're already going out, we figured we'd do that while we're out. Whenever I go to the library, sometimes I get like a book, sometimes I get a few, but most of the time whenever I return them, I mostly return them more like in bulk. So we're going to be adding a new segment to the vlogs where I talk about all the books that I got from the library, if I read them, if I didn't, kind of like my brief thoughts on them, all of that stuff. The first book is When the Crows Away by Orly Wallace. I didn't end up reading this one. I read the first one in the Company of Witches, I think last month, and I absolutely loved it, but this is actually set during the springtime, so I'm gonna wait to read this during the spring. I'm really looking forward to it. The Lost Witch by Paige Crutcher. This was a book that I saw in the library and I just saw witch on the cover and I was like, you're coming home with me. Unfortunately, I didn't read this one this time just because I had other books that I was really excited about and prioritizing, but I did read like the first little bit of it. I think like the first 20 pages or so, and it was really good. So I'm kind of thinking I might wait to read this one next year. It's definitely still up here on my mental TBR, or maybe if I'm really itching to read it, I'll read it sometime this winter, but I'm always looking for another witchy book. I love books about witches. Now onto the two that I did end up reading, which I really enjoyed both of these. I might actually buy both of these physically. The first one is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. This is by Sangu Mandana. I loved this. This was so good. I finished it last night. The writing is so good. I love that it's set in the UK. It's just so like whimsical and witty and charming, and the writing style of it kind of reminds me of the Emma M. Lyon series that I'm really enjoying right now too. And the plot twist I never would have ended up guessing at all. I definitely highly recommend this. I see why so many people talk about this book and love this book so much. And another book I feel that way with too that I also did read is If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. This book was so interesting. I've never really read a book like this before, a dark academia book. When I first started this out, I was like, there's way too many characters, like what is going on? And then as I kept reading, you get to know them more and more, and like the found family aspects, which by the way, speaking of found family, love the found family in here too. But in If We Were Villains, it's such an interesting dynamic with all of the characters. I just really enjoy it. I feel like if I reread this, I would enjoy it even more just because there's so many like little things going on, just because it's set at a fine arts college where the students that you're following are a part of Shakespearean theater, and it's kind of cool to see the symbolism based off of what play they're doing at the time. I wish I would have gone in with a little bit more Shakespeare knowledge. So I think that eventually when I do read this, I will read more up on Shakespeare. And after I read this, I was looking into it more and more and just wanting to find out more. I overall just really enjoyed this, and I was really surprised I enjoyed it that much. Especially because I didn't know if dark academia was going to be my thing, but looking for more dark academia recs if you guys have any. Those are all my library returns. Let's go ahead and return these, do the other errands. I think we're going to go to Costco. Before we do all of the other stuff too, we're going to go for a beverage run because I need some caffeine. I woke up this morning and I could not fall back asleep at like 5:30, so I fed Melly and just stayed up, and it is currently like 12 and I need some caffeine. Haven't had any yet today, so we need to go do that. That was crazy! The synchronicity.
My timing's perfect. A little cheers action.
Wow, this is so delicious. I'm revitalized. I'm gonna be so for real with you guys. It is currently 6 p.m. After we got out from running those errands, I completely zonked out on the couch and took an incredible nap. It was absolutely delightful. We're honestly just having a more chill day today, even though we did do a lot of productive stuff this morning. But I feel like that also means tomorrow we need to kick it into high gear and get a lot of stuff done. Just mainly because our apartment is like a little messy right now. I have a lot of laundry to do, things to pick up, we have dishes to do, groceries, all of that stuff, but that's a tomorrow problem. We're just gonna relax and chill for tonight, although I do want to try and hang up some stuff around the apartment, or at least a few more things. We're trying to do it slowly but surely, a little bit each weekend, so it's not too overwhelming. We went to go get our beverage, did my library returns, and went to Costco as you guys saw, and then we also ended up doing some home decor returns, just things that didn't end up working out, which I'm honestly glad we're taking it slowly with this space, and I'm putting a lot less pressure on myself to have all the things that I'm wanting all at once, unless like I'm absolutely obsessed with them. That's how I buy clothes too. I don't really buy anything anymore unless I really love it and I know I'm gonna wear it a lot. I just want to be very intentional with the decor things that we bring in, so I'm very picky with that stuff. So honestly, I would rather buy a bunch of things and they not work out and return them than buy a bunch of things they not work out, and I just like let them be because I don't want my home to not feel like me. And overall I just want it to look like really cool and curated. So I'm really excited to see what the space is gonna look like. I feel like I've been talking about that a lot lately, but I'm also proud of myself for not missing that return window on those things as well. Another exciting errand that we ran this morning too is I got my barcode for my new gym membership, and I'm honestly very excited. They have like a regular gym, and then I also got a membership where you can do classes. So that is gonna be a new journey that I'm setting forth on. I really don't know what my schedule is gonna be like. I'm really nervous to go. I get very anxious whenever I go into a new space by myself, and this is gonna be a by myself thing because Luke doesn't have a membership, even though he can go with me as my guest sometimes. I think I'm just gonna try and lean into it slowly but surely, but I'm not gonna put too much pressure on myself to be perfect because I'm a very like black and white person. So in the past with working out and eating healthy, like I'd either have to be like working out like every single day or like 5 times a week, or I have to work out for like a specific time frame for it to even like mean something, or I have to be eating super duper healthy every single meal, and that's just not balanced. And I want to be able to live a balanced lifestyle. It's very important to me, and it's very hard for my brain to like understand that and do that. So that is something that I'm mentally trying to work on, but I'm very excited for the journey. I feel like it's a good time to start it, slowly trying to ease into it just a little bit before the new year. I feel like just the most important thing is I want to start moving my body more and just taking better care of myself overall. But right now, I think Luke is gonna make a charcuterie board for dinner, which I'm very excited about. We haven't had that in a while, but it is one of my favorite things we do for dinners on the weekends because we can have it like both days and we can just snack on it. I love snacking, and charcuterie board is just dinner, but like snack dinner. So we're gonna eat some dinner, watch a little bit of a show possibly, or some YouTube, probably some Good Mythical Morning if we're being for real. And then we're gonna try and see if we can get a few things hung up tonight. And Melly wants to say hi. Hi, sweetie.
I think we've officially decided on 2 specific pieces we want to hang up tonight. Number 1 being this little piece that I DIY'd earlier in the year. I just put a piece of fabric down, and then, I don't know, it's kind of like a little scrapbook moment of just a bunch of photos and random little things that are like significant to us. So that's gonna go right above our bed right here. I might end up redoing it eventually, just like update it a little bit more, but I really like how it looks for now. Slay. Next, we're going to put up this frame, and we're going to put this painting in it that Luke's cousin Alex actually painted of our wedding, which is really, really cool. And I don't know, I'm excited to put it up. We haven't put it up yet. And I'll be completely honest, I don't know if it's going to fit in this frame, but I really like this frame. So hopefully it works out. I think it is going to fit. All right. Well, it is indeed slipping and sliding.
Slay.
Look how good it looks, guys. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out something for that. I mean, we can literally just like tape it.
I think that's probably fine.
Let's try that. All right, let's cross our fingers. Oh, it is certainly lopsided. We tried. Oh dear. Do we just want to like cut our losses on this one tonight? And then...
It's fine with me.
Okay, cool.
This morning we went to Luke's parents' house for breakfast. We do that every other Sunday, and this was an on Sunday, so we did that, had a nice chill and relaxed morning, and we were actually gonna go grocery shopping after, but Luke's not feeling too hot, so he's just gonna rest, and I'm actually gonna go tomorrow. I was gonna go today, but we're doing 2 weeks of grocery shopping in one trip, or at least we wanted to, and also Sundays are kind of overwhelming to go grocery shopping because like everybody's there. So I'm just gonna go tomorrow later in the day, and I'm also gonna take you guys with me tomorrow too. It's gonna be like a weekend vlog plus Monday because I want to do a self-care night, and I also want to go to the gym for the first time, and I feel like if I'm saying that in the vlog, then that means I have to do it. So this is me holding myself accountable. Anyway, since we're just staying home for the rest of the day, I do want to do a little kind of like a reset, but not super in depth. I don't think I'm gonna be like vacuuming, mopping, or sweeping or anything. I might like even just wipe things down with a Clorox wipe if I need to wipe anything down, because we did just do a big clean last week. There's still a little bit of a mess because somebody doesn't like cleaning up after herself in the moment whenever she's creating said mess, unfortunately. So there's just a lot of things that need to be put away back in their place and wiped down a little bit. So I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna set a 1 hour timer and see how much I can get done and either add to my timer if I need to or not. And then while I'm doing that, I'm going to listen to Everything is Tuberculosis by John Green. This is on my TBR for the month. I recently just added audiobooks to my TBR videos, and I think I'm just gonna keep doing it because I love a good audiobook. I almost always have an audiobook on hand to listen to just because they're very convenient for me. And also most of the audiobooks that I listen to are memoirs or nonfiction. So that's my plan for the next hour. I have a Diet Coke. I'm gonna put on my headphones and we're gonna get to work. I also really like doing this because it's kind of like a competition to see how much I can get done in an hour, which is fun. Hey Siri, set a timer for 1 hour.
Luke and I ended up getting pizza for dinner. So delicious. Absolutely glad that we decided to do that because, you know, why the heck not? It's a Sunday. And it's currently almost 7 p.m. Why is it so dark out already? Why? I hate daylight savings with like such a burning passion. I think I just hate it getting dark out so early in the day because it really makes me feel like I just don't want to do anything. I just want to be cozy in my bed. But alas, I'm going to try and do something actually productive. I had some stuff come in that I bought for my desk, which I actually haven't been using since we moved in, unfortunately. It's just kind of been like a random dumping ground for a lot of stuff. Like currently, we have a ton of like Melly things, her little basket of treats, her brush, all of that good stuff. We have random little hats and some of my tripods, camera stuff. It's just a mess and it's not functional. So I did buy some things that were going to make my editing life a little bit easier, especially with Bookmas coming up. And I'm actually going to have more of like a desk setup, which I'm very excited about. I ended up buying myself my own monitor, which I'm very excited about. It's going to plug in to my laptop, and I already have a keyboard and a mouse for it and everything, so it's going to connect really well, but that way I can use both screens, or at least that's the goal. If I just have to use this screen at home, that's okay, but it's really annoying having to consistently look down at your laptop screen, especially because it's smaller and it's harder to like drag and drop things while I'm editing. So I'm really excited for this upgrade. Eventually, I also want to get other parts and make it its whole own PC because currently any of the games I play, which is mainly just The Sims, I play on Luke's computer, but I want my own computer so I can play whenever I want, or I guess I can kind of play whenever I want. I just don't want to feel like I'm using up his computer time, I guess, whenever I could just have my own, but that's going to be an eventual thing. Right now, though, I am just really excited about this current upgrade. So we have the monitor, and then I also got a stand for my laptop, which will be nice, so I can kind of be just up a little bit more. Again, I won't have to be like looking down at it, which has been hurting my neck, and then I also have the HDMI cord that is hopefully going to make all of this possible. So let's go ahead, clear off my desk, and then set it up. I don't really know what else I'm going to use to organize my other computer things, so we'll have to see on that, but I'm really excited just to have a very functional desk space. You guys, I am so obsessed with the setup. It looks so good. I also have a standing desk. That's why I'm standing right now. I was like trying out a bunch of different levels just to see if some art would look good above this. I was going to put a cork board and maybe some frames or an art piece that we have, but we're not going to do that tonight just because I really couldn't figure out what I wanted to do besides the cork board. I know that I want that to go up there. It's just square though, and it's small, and I just don't know what would look good with it on this wall. So that's a journey for another time. But other than that, I think this looks amazing. Everything fits perfectly up here, and if I need more space on my desk, I can move this around, and I can also push it up against the wall a little bit more if I'm doing like my reading journal or something, and I can take this off too, which is super nice. And this is just so much bigger, and it's gonna be so much nicer to edit on just because I have so much more space, which makes this little setup right here in and of itself a little upgrade. I love it. I love it so much. This is all also less than $100, I believe, which I feel like is a steal, especially because this is going to make editing and everything else just so much easier. I am here in the Aldi parking lot. Today has been a very busy filming day for me, but I got everything that I needed to get done, so I'm really happy about that. It is now 4:30. I'm gonna go into Aldi and then get everything I can't get here for the next 2 weeks of grocery shopping at Meijer. And I'm hoping that I can do this in under an hour if I just like absolutely lock in, and then I can show you guys a haul afterwards. But there is a class tonight, and I know I said I probably didn't want to do a class for my first time going to this gym, but it's a mat Pilates class and it's only for 30 minutes, and there's like 2 spots left, and it's at 6:30. So if there's any spots left and I think I can make it in time, I'm gonna sign up for it after I'm done with grocery shopping. But if not, I'm still gonna go and I'm still gonna do something there. I'm not sure what I'll do, but I'll figure it out when I get there. But anyways, let's go ahead, head on in, and do a quick grocery shop. I just got home from grocery shopping, and I feel like I do grocery hauls a lot in my videos, so I figured instead for this vlog, I could just tell you what we're eating. I shopped for 2 weeks, and honestly, it's probably gonna last us a little bit more than that. Normally, it lasts us 2.5 to 3 weeks total whenever we do these big grocery hauls, which we like doing, especially during like the fall and winter, because then we only have to shop like every other weekend or every few weekends, and then we can just stay home for that weekend, and we don't have to leave the house if we don't want to, if we have no other plans. We're also starting to be a little bit more diligent about making an actual meal plan, because we want to start eating out way less, because sometimes eating out is just so convenient. It really is, but it gets really expensive, and there's no point in doing that, especially because we can literally just cook at home. But anyways, week 1, Monday, today, we're doing pizza and Caesar salad. Luke and Duncan have band every Monday and Friday, so we're gonna be eating at different times on those days. So every Monday we just do pizza and Caesar salad because it's easy to have at different times. Tuesday, we're gonna do tacos. Wednesday, we're doing a cheddar sausage soup with a baguette, which is so delicious. I'm so excited. Thursday, chicken thighs and potatoes. Friday, we're gonna do leftovers night. Saturday, we're deeming our eat out day this week if we want to. And then Sunday, we're gonna do sandwiches and the rest of the leftovers. Honestly, I feel like the biggest thing is we wanna make 3 meals a week and just have a lot of leftovers that can carry over into mainly dinners, but lunches as well if we'd like to have them for lunch. And then week 2, pizza and Caesar salad on Monday. Tuesday is tempura chicken, broccoli, and this is reminding me, I forgot to get broccoli actually. But we're also gonna have rice with that. Wednesday, sandwiches, super easy because we already have that stuff. Thursday, pesto pasta, chicken, garlic bread. Friday, leftovers. Saturday, eat out if we want to. And then Sunday is just whatever the vibes are. Especially if we're going grocery shopping on Sundays, we're probably just gonna let ourselves eat out or grab like a rotisserie chicken or something easy. But I honestly think this could last us 2.5 to 3 weeks. Sometimes it does, just because we already do have some stuff here at home that I didn't buy or didn't plan on. Like we have breakfast stuff, so we could have breakfast for dinner, and the leftovers might carry us a lot longer than we think it might. So it's just kind of like feel based, but I really do enjoy only going grocery shopping like 2 to 3 times a month, if I'm being completely honest. The least amount as possible. I'm also really shocked because I did that in an hour, and I looked at my class, but unfortunately the one that I wanted to do is full, but I could have made it. I should have just signed up and tried. I just didn't know how long it was going to take me for grocery shopping, but I am still going to go, and it might be nice too because I've never done a class there before, so I can kind of like look in and see what the class entails a little bit while I'm doing my other workout, which I have no idea what I'm gonna do. So that'll be interesting. Anyways, I'm gonna put all these away, get ready to go to the gym, and then we can go. Yeah, you want your dinner? Come on, let's go. There you go, girl. I am back from the gym. I ended up walking. I got 10K steps today with all of my grocery shopping, and I actually organized my bookshelves too, which that video will be coming very, very soon, sometime in the month of November. So I did a lot of walking around, got the rest of my steps in at the gym, and then I also went on the Stairmaster for a bit. I got to peek into the class that was happening, and it actually looked really good. So I'm gonna try and go next week, and then I'm gonna try and do a bunch of the different classes just to see what I like and what I can fit into my schedule. I feel like if I do a good mixture of the classes and like signing up for it, so I know I have like an official plan to be there, and then also going and just like working out like normal at the gym, I feel like that'll be a good mixture for me. This has been something that I've wanted to do all year, and I'm really glad that I did it, even if it is in like one of the last months of the year, but I still did it, so that's a plus. I feel like too, when I walked in, I thought I was gonna be really nervous because I had never really been there before. I think I'd been there one other time. But for me, doing things like that by myself for the first time where I'm not really comfortable or attuned to my surroundings, I just get really, really anxious. And a lot of the times, like, I just don't go. And I feel like I've always had this thing with my anxiety where I just have this fear of like being perceived and existing as a human, which I know is so incredibly silly, but I feel like as I'm getting older, it's getting better with time, which kind of sucks that it's taken me getting older, getting used to that. But I feel like whenever I walked in, I just wasn't as anxious to do something like that by myself as I normally am. Now, I am anxious to go to the weights by myself. That is 100% sure. That's a little overwhelming for me. So we're going to work our way up to that and just start with the treadmills and the Stairmasters and maybe some of the weight machines first and do the classes, and then we'll work ourselves up to like the free weights and all the other stuff. When I got home, Luke and Duncan had dinner ready, so we all ate together, and now I'm going to take a nice everything shower. I also did want to show you guys this because this is a new advance, okay? Watch this. I know. I have the coolest bathroom ever. I feel like this is just gonna romanticize nightly showers for me. And I've been loving being a night shower recently. Just because afterwards you get in your jammies, you're so cozy, and then you get in bed, and then I can read my book with my candle lit. And then in the morning I can wake up and I'm all clean and I can stay in my pajamas. And I don't know, it's just really nice. And I feel like this just elevates like the mundane task of taking a shower for some weird reason. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for the shower. ASMR.
In case you guys were wondering, this is our family.
Yeah.
How do I turn it around?
Oh.
It's good. It's twisted.
It's interesting. It like doesn't taste like that limey. It tastes like sweet.
Right.
I'm saying.
Wait, let me try. It's like green apple. Oh.
It does taste like green apple.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm saying.